rest in peace.
The Fall of the House of Usher is a gripping and haunting limited series that explores the dark side of human nature. The series follows the Usher family, a wealthy and powerful dynasty whose legacy is plagued by madness and tragedy. In the final episode of the series, the Usher's pact with the mysterious Verna comes to a head. As the family members meet their tragic ends, we're left to ponder the meaning of their downfall. What does it all mean? The Fall of the House of Usher is a cautionary tale about the dangers of greed, ambition, and the pursuit of power. It's also a meditation on the importance of family and the power of love. In this video, we'll explore the ending of the series and its significance. We'll also discuss the themes of the series and how they relate to the real world. Let's get into it.
Anyone comes after us, we will exhaust our arsenal until the threat's neutralized.
The mysterious Verna. Throughout the 8 gripping episodes of this limited series, we're introduced to a mysterious figure named Verna, portrayed by the talented Carla Gugino. She's a chameleon-like character, shifting roles and identities as she weaves her web of madness around the Usher family. A security guard, a potential patient, an employee at a pet adoption clinic. Verna adapts to each situation, all while pushing Roderick's children into the abyss of insanity.
Neutralized. Like dead.
The Raven personified. But who is Verna, and what's her role in the Usher family's tragic story? Well, the grand revelation comes in the series' final episode, aptly titled The Raven. Verna is none other than a personification of Edgar Allan Poe's iconic bird, the raven. Even her name is an anagram of raven. In Poe's poem, the raven symbolizes death and loneliness, and Verna's appearances signal the grim end of the Usher children's lives.
Who are you? Consequence.
The sinister pact. But Verna's presence isn't a mere coincidence. It's the result of a sinister pact made by Roderick and Madeline Usher years ago. In exchange for success and riches during their lifetime, they traded their families' lives, making a deal that deferred the price to the next generation. This eerie pact sets the stage for the Ushers' rise to power in Fortunato Pharmaceuticals. With Verna by their side, the Ushers established Fortunato Pharmaceuticals and created Ligadone, a drug that bears a striking resemblance to the real-world opioid crisis. Their children, even the illegitimate ones, enjoyed lives of opulence and privilege, and the company faced no legal consequences, just as Verna had promised. The Usher's legacy was steeped in darkness, and the repercussions were far-reaching.
I'm gonna head out. I've got an appointment with your dad.
Roderick's confession. The series is beautifully framed by Roderick's conversations with Auguste Dupin, the detective with a personal vendetta against the Usher family. As Roderick's health declines and his family members meet their tragic fates, he finally unburdens his conscience and gives Augie the confession he's sought for his entire life. Roderick admits to the truth behind his children's deaths, the secret pact with Verna, and the murder of the former Fortunato CEO, mirroring Poe's The Cask of Amontillado.
Your brother's dead.
This is tragic, but a few "my heart will go on" tweets.
The heartbreaking truth. In his confession, Roderick acknowledges that he didn't deserve his loving wife, Annabelle Lee, whom he hallucinates seeing at his children's funeral. More importantly, he reveals that he knew the destructive nature of the drugs he was peddling, the very reason Augie had been trailing him for years. The weight of his guilt becomes all too evident.
This was no accident.
The Raven's cruelty. The series culminates in a tragic climax where, in accordance with their pact, Roderick's family members meet their ends. His granddaughter Lenore is not spared by the Raven. Verna informs Lenore of her mother's survival, but seals her fate, leading to Lenore's untimely demise. The Raven even offers Arthur Pym an opportunity for absolution, but he chooses to test his fate and ends up arrested by the series' conclusion.
I'm afraid you're ringside for my reckoning, old friend.
The houses fall. As we approach the series' climactic finale, Roderick and his sister Madeline are the last Ushers standing. Madeline, hidden in the basement, delivers a chilling treatise on capitalism to justify their actions at Fortunato. However, Roderick poisons her and, in a disturbing act, gouges her eyes out, replacing them with eerie blue stones, echoing the famous phrase, "Nevermore."
safe?
Much like the original short story, Madeline's half-alive form emerges from the basement and attacks her brother. She strangles him as the house of Usher crumbles around them. Augie narrowly escapes the collapsing house and reflects on the importance of having a loving family, ultimately emerging as the richest man of all.
House of Usher.
The Raven's legacy. To tie up the loose ends, Juno, Roderick's ligodone-addicted wife, seizes control of Fortunato Pharmaceuticals and her own life. She dissolves the company, transforming its remnants into a center for addiction recovery, marking the end of the ligodone epidemic. As the final piece of the puzzle falls into place, Verna the Raven arrives at the Usher family's cemetery, reciting Poe's haunting Spirits of the Dead poem. She places a token on each tombstone before perching briefly on their graves. With a foreboding sense of purpose, the Raven takes flight onto her next target, leaving us to contemplate the intricate layers of this captivating series. The Fall of the House of Usher is a masterful adaptation that weaves Poe's literary brilliance into a modern tale of greed, darkness, and the price of power. The ending, with its nods to Poe's work, leaves us with a sense of unease and reflection, reminding us of the enduring power of the macabre in storytelling. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more in-depth analyses of your favorite series.